we're going to see that how businesses, especially who are into products and service business, like who are selling consumer products and services, they need to be really careful about how they are approaching to the innovation. Okay, I see a good number of companies which started very well, and in initial days they saw that success, but eventually they fall flat, or they couldn't keep it up, that success what they achieved in the beginning. Okay, now if you try to contemplate on it, and if you study what went wrong, even though they succeed in cutthroat competition, but over a period of a time, 3 to 4 years, within that period of time, they started seeing the decline. Why it is happening? This is something very interesting we need to remember. Something might have given you success. Don't mistake this success has happened due to your effort. Of course, there is a good amount of your effort and your foresight and insight might have helped, but that should not blind you to further innovate. The moral of the story is there. So your success blinding you is the reason why many of the companies who succeed in initial days, but eventually they failed. Maybe they become arrogant, maybe they started relaxing or taking things lightly, or become lazy in terms of innovating, or they become risk averse. There could be plenty of these kind of reasons why they are no more innovating, or they are no more becoming a desirable entity for their prospective consumers or new consumers. So the question is, we all know these problems. Okay, this is not something new. Like, we all know this, and it has been happening. And you saw many companies, and you have a whole lot of books written, documentaries made on this particular topic. But the question remains, how do we avoid this thing happening to us? Okay, as a company owner, how do you overcome this, or you never succumb to this situation, is the question. This is where that design thinking comes into play. So one is that you have a product or a service which made you successful. That's fantastic. Now, constantly you need to keep innovating your product or service to be, or to get appreciation from your target audience continuously. To innovate, to keep your current product and services much more in demand, you can apply design thinking, which helps you to see how you can improve further. Of course, design thinking follows 5 steps. The first step is about understanding, empathizing with the user. That is a constant research, which will give a lot of food for thought. What is working, what needs to be improved in a current whatever service you're providing. Does it require any kind of improvement? Is it a time to launch a variant, or a SKU, or a range, or a sister brand, whatever? The first stage, which is empathize with your user, it will give a lot of understanding about what is happening with your user. And that will help you to see what kind of updates is necessary for you to carry out. So like that, design thinking will help you not only recognize constantly what are those upgrades are required, and not only helping you there, but it's going to help you in terms of exploring things, exploring new ideas, new possibilities, new ways of thinking. So design thinking is going to work for you fantastically in terms of addressing this innovation-centric worries, and it keeps you on the toe, always innovating, always vibing with your target audience, and your audience always admire you years and years and years. So being successful once is not the big deal. Being continuously successful is the thing. That really takes very different kind of orientation, mindset, and aptitude. That is what design thinking provides you. And this is a long-term game. Business is not a short-term game, okay? So I hope I'm able to kind of give a little insights about how you can keep your innovative fire on with using design thinking. Thanks for listening.